Hey, thanks for checking out my video. Today we're making a super easy supper or breakfast. It's a sausage hash brown casserole. And I went ahead and browned up my sausage here in this big pan, and instead of dirtying another big bowl, I'm just gonna mix it all in the same pan. I did drain the grease off the sausage. And you can use frozen hash browns or frozen O'Brien potatoes. I didn't have any of those, and I had some potatoes I wanted to use up, so I just boiled some potatoes and then I shredded them and made some homemade hash browns, but you can use whatever kind you like. So all this takes is a few ingredients. You throw it into a 9x13 pan and you bake it. It's delicious. It's super easy. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got the 1 pound of sausage in here, and I like Jimmy Dean sausage. That's the kind I always buy because it's cheap and it's good. So I know I'm never going to worry about ruining my dish with some off-brand sausage that doesn't taste good, because it tastes good and it's inexpensive. So I always use that. So this would be about the equivalent of a bag of hash browns that you would get from the store, but it was actually 6 potatoes that I boiled and shredded. I've got a can of cream of chicken soup. Okay, you're gonna put about a cup of sour cream in here. Well, I have just a little bit more than a cup here. I'm just going to use it up because I need to get some more anyways. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt in there and about a half a teaspoon of pepper. And I shredded my own cheese. It always melts better if you shred your own cheese, but you're welcome to use the bagged kind if you like. I'm going to save a little bit to put on top. And that's everything. And you want to preheat your oven to 375, but how long it takes to bake depends a lot on whether you're using room temperature ingredients. My ingredients are all sort of warm because I just cooked and boiled these potatoes and shredded them. I just browned the sausage, so it's slightly warm. So mine's going to bake real fast. But if you were using frozen hash browns, it will take a lot longer. So I'm going to say baking time is going to vary anywhere between 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Like I said, depending on how cold your ingredients are. And if you're using the raw frozen hash browns, it's definitely going to be closer to an hour because you want those potatoes to get all the way cooked through. My potatoes are really already cooked, so I'm just kind of warming them up and getting them bubbly and cheesy on top. So all you do is smooth it out, put a little cheese on top, and throw it in the oven. Now I have a little bit of leftover mozzarella cheese from another recipe, so I'm going to throw a little bit of that on there too. And you can mix up the cheeses, you know, whatever you like. If you don't like cheddar, you can go with Colby or Monterey Jack or Pepper Jack, whatever you like. But I think cheddar and sour cream go really well together, so That's why I always stick with a combination that has sour cream in it. I always like to use cheddar, and this is sharp cheddar actually. So I'm going to throw this in the oven. Like I said, this is probably only going to take about a half an hour, but if you've got frozen hash browns, it'll take more like an hour. So we'll take a look at it when it comes out. Okay, here's our casserole straight out of the oven. Super duper hot right now. If you want it to serve up in more neat squares, you'll want to let it sit for about 15 minutes so that it kind of gets more solid. So there it is. Super easy, just a few ingredients. So I hope the video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. The recipe will be in the description, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.